Record to this computer. All right.
What's up, guys? My name's Sean. I'm here with my boys Mahatap and Tan here on the Young Giants podcast to talk about our New York Football Giants. And boys, we just
Hmm.
watched the second preseason game where our New York Giants took on the New York Jets in the New York Bowl,
Battle of New York. On BTA, bro.
and
ETA.
they got
BTA,
bitched.
BTA, BTA,
These
BTA.
Jets got bitched by the
Nah,
Giants.
nah, absolutely
And
just washed.
right off the bat, dude, something pops off the screen, right? Something we can't
Are
ignore.
are we gonna say his name? The new the GOAT? Is that too
The
early for
GOAT,
that?
our
Is it too early?
savior,
Is it too early? Oh, the
our Lord
Savior.
and
That's what we're gonna
Savior.
call I
Oh,
like the Savior. That's
nah,
a
you
good
guys
nickname.
gassed that.
He's always on point,
He
you
is,
know?
he is, he is
He has like it's
absolutely.
like his arms like a dart, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, I might let him dart
Yeah.
me.
Oh,
Jeez.
listen,
Pause.
as a
Pause.
as a New
What? Now,
York
how could you?
New York lover and as a New York sports lover, he could dart us in any time.
Pause.
No, like dart the ball to us. This guy's a little weird, boys. Come on.
That
All right,
guy, his mind is
he's a
somewhere
little
Cutting
else.
all this
yeah.
out.
But yeah, yo, start us off, dude. What do you guys notice? What do you guys think of Dart's performance?
I'll say
He
this.
obviously killed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before we get to Dart, there was a point that I wanted to make real quick, and you could tell me if I'm overreacting or not.
Mhm.
But I've never seen, and I know you're not supposed to take preseason that seriously, but we've never scored 30 points in a preseason.
We haven't.
And oh, at least in recent history.
I don't
Our
think we scored
preseasons,
30 in a regular season.
I know I get it's from the Jets, but even last year against the Jets, we scored like 10 on them and barely at that. You know what I
A
mean?
big flip.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? You're right. We're never supposed to overanalyze like how an offense does in the preseason. But one thing we can for sure take away is that our first team offense went out there and scored, and our second
Yes.
team offense went out there and
Scored.
scored. When I say second team, our QB2 Jackson Dart, right? Formerly QB3. I'm gonna tell you guys why I think he's QB2 now, why he came up to QB2 status. We'll get into that.
Okay.
But our offense on the first team and second team went down and scored points.
Yeah.
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 Well,
No, I agree with the QB2.
to tag along to that, before we get into the QB2, QB1 conversation, I said QB1. I did say QB1.
Three. It's a 2-3 conversation.
Yeah, but you know, I'm saying QB1 right now for a
Okay.
few reasons. Although Russell Wilson is the guy,
Yeah.
great QB, a lot of history. We talked about
Absolutely.
this previously. Um, there were some reports I saw like all over Twitter, well, X now,
Jameis?
Instagram, about Dart fighting his way up to like the QB1 spot. Obviously, there's a lot of time before that happens. In reality, rookies, they show out year in year out, and to take the one spot, no matter what the position is. So, but back to his performance, why I'm making this claim, almost a perfect game. I mean, what was he like? 14 out of 17. Can we confirm that?
14 of 16,
16
137 yards and a touchdown.
and a rushing
One, I
touchdown.
think one passing touchdown, one rushing
One rush
touchdown.
time,
Yeah.
correct.
It was beautiful.
So back to what we mentioned last week, which is crazy, which we talked about the rushing. This is something I was big on. I mean, if you guys remember, I was like, I want a QB that's dual talented, multiple things and multiple skills rather. So seeing that rushing touchdown, so this guy
Yeah,
Yeah.
is.
you
Yeah.
like a
Absolutely.
multi-talented.
Absolutely.
I love when they do multiple things at once.
You know what it is? He looks durable. He looks durable enough to run. Usually, like, I know he's still young, right? But
Yeah,
if he puts on a little bit
He's a
more
beefy
muscle,
guy.
he's a beefy guy. But
yeah,
and
yeah.
he'll definitely
So
put
all
on
the
more
all the
muscle.
all the ribs and stuff he eats during the barbecues.
Jeez, yeah.
Yeah. And now you know what it is? He's loved by the team. There was
Yeah.
like but when he sent out a text to his team, his O-line,
His O-line,
thanking,
his O-line, yeah.
bro, you don't do that as a rookie. You're scared, you're nervous, first time in the league. You don't want to text the wrong person, you don't know how he's come off, but he wasn't scared. He's like, nah, these are my boys. They're protecting me, making me look good. I got y'all. It's a little thing. It's a little thing. You don't do much. You just texting them, yo, I
Yeah.
appreciate y'all. Y'all holding
Nah,
me
his
down.
his leadership skills are on display, and I would say I don't know if you guys noticed, but on that I think it was the second drive for Russell Wilson, where Russell Wilson's handling the drive, but Jackson Dart comes out for one play, is under pressure, throws a screen pass, has to change
Oh yeah, that play.
the
Yeah, yeah,
angle
yeah,
Yep.
of
yeah.
his
That play.
arm to hit the screen pass to Theo
Yeah.
Johnson.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And then he comes out of the game, and I'm wondering, yo, what the hell was that? Why did that happen? And this is back to why I think Jackson Dart kind of moves up into QB2 status
For
or
sure.
goes up into the quarterback two conversation
Yeah.
because Dayball is trying to say, yo, if it comes down to it in a real game situation, Russ is out. Russ comes out because of concussion protocol. Russ comes out because he twists his ankle real quick.
Whatever it is.
Dart
Yeah,
needs to
Yeah.
can you
go
make
in
that
on the
play?
play.
Yeah.
Yo, is Dart going to be able to step up? Is he going to be a positive, net positive? Is he going to be a net neutral or net negative? And I think, yo, all three of us saw on Saturday night, Jackson Dart is a net positive for
Positive.
the New York Football
Yeah.
You
Giants.
know, talking about plays, you guys remember the play where he was pointing out?
Oh yeah, he
And
was commanding the
how do you
field.
like last time I've seen that
Was
was
that?
from players like Mahomes and Manning and stuff. Like he's in rhythm, mind you, in the pocket. Guys chasing after him. Pause, no pause, but like just going after this guy, and he's like pointing out at the receivers like which way to go, and I'm like, bro, like with that much pressure, like we play football, we don't play it
Yeah, yeah,
professionally,
yeah.
but like with pressure coming to us, we get a little nervous. Like he's collected, calm, and just pointing out. I'm like,
Yeah.
damn, this guy's so good.
Yeah. I saw him do the
He's
same
so
thing in
good.
practice. It
He's
was
so
sick.
good.
That was sick.
He's so good. He's he's something.
But
He's the
yeah, a
savior.
central, I don't know about you guys, but central theme I've seen from his game is that there's been pressure in his face, right? Especially on these screen plays, even if it's not on a screen, just a regular shotgun play. There's
Mhm.
pressure in his face, and he knows where to go with the ball. He
Absolutely.
Yeah,
doesn't panic. He
yeah,
doesn't take the sack. And I'm seeing he's not even just throwing the ball away. He knows where he wants to go when he
Mhm.
reads the defense. He's like, shit, pressure's in my face. I know this guy's open. I'm gonna throw it there right now. Like
yeah,
his decision making has been snippy, dude. Just
yeah,
real quick, lightning
yeah.
fast. And another thing I noticed is he throws the ball before the receiver is out of their break. And I don't know if you
He
guys have
anticipates where
noticed,
they're gonna go.
right? And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I was
Uh,
watching some Malik Neighbors highlights earlier today, and when he had Daniel Jones throwing him the ball, and Malik Neighbors would be sitting in a zone open for an extra second and a half, 2 seconds before Daniel Jones ever even starts unlocking
Yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
arm to make the
yeah,
throw.
yeah,
And
People are
now I'm
getting it
seeing
in
with
stride.
Dart, the receiver turns around, the ball's right here,
yeah. Which is the
right?
thing you're supposed to. You can't wait for the receiver to like be ready to catch it because like the defender will the cornerback will just
Get it? Well, that's
that's an
an interception right
interception,
there.
and
Yeah,
that's why you see the difference because that's such an important. It's so little like that little thing you said, Sean. Like just passing it a slight second before the receiver gets there. Like that's so important. I don't know if that makes sense. Like I just feel like that's something that I've noticed is really important. So
yeah.
yeah.
Well, you know who I
Anything
think?
to say about
Sorry, say that again, Sean. I'm breaking up.
anything else you guys want to say about
Dart.
Jackson
I
Dart?
think we said what we needed to be
I
said.
think it said to end off the conversation about Dart, the savior. That's what we're gonna name him for now.
The savior. He hasn't done nothing
Welcome to
yet.
this episode of the savior.
The
Yeah.
the Jackson Dart Glazers, bro. That's gonna be us.
It's
That's
like when like a player has
that's
one good game and you're like, this is it.
This is
He's the
it.
best. He's the best thing that's ever happened.
Super Bowl.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, yeah. I really
Bro,
liked.
three-peat.
If we're gonna move on from Jackson Dart, I want to talk about Bo Collins. What do you think about him? I thought he balled out.
yo,
Yes,
this
yeah,
guy
yeah,
Bo
yeah. He
Collins.
called he calls an it, boy. That's gonna happen.
I
But he
mean,
was
for
he was
sure,
hooping.
dude. Like, yo, what's our wide receiver room look like right now?
It's deep. It's deep. I'm not gonna lie. Like we have neighbors. I really
Well,
like.
I
We
don't
have
know. I'm
Hyatt.
gonna be honest. If we don't have neighbors, who do we got, right? Like, is there a playmaker on the team at wide receiver outside of
Not like
neighbors? I would
neighbors. Not
I
like
would say
neighbors.
no.
No.
I
Wait,
would
in
say
our
no.
team
But
or
I
in
think
like in
our wide
general?
receivers, though, each one of them have specific skill sets that they're used for.
Yeah, I
That
mean
like
it's something you
that they
mentioned earlier,
that I
Sean. Like
don't.
who was it that you were saying is like
Our slot guy,
Sockeye,
Wandale.
Wandale, like he's like the best slot guy for us, like like
Well,
everyone.
these guys, they're all role players. I'd say the closest would be Darius Slayton to do like be
Mhm,
your
mhm.
do it all kind of guy. But I
Yeah.
Mhm.
wouldn't say he's like an elite talent. I think he's a great wide receiver too. But if we're gonna have to rely on him to be wide receiver one in case Malik Neighbors is out, I don't know if that's something that we want to have to do, right? But you're right. Like with this emergence of Bo Collins, he's an undrafted rookie free agent.
Mhm.
Um, and he's coming onto the scene. He has a different build, right? Like he's 6'2", 6'3", taller
Mhm.
receiver, heavier
Yeah.
receiver, and he can kind of, fight at the catch point and compete for the ball. I don't know if we have another receiver like that outside of Malik Neighbors who does that, but at a slighter build,
I
I'd
do
say.
think there should be some a little recognition for Jalen.
Jalen Hyatt, yeah, he
Hyatt.
got involved.
I
Russ
think
got him involved.
he
I
got
saw
he was
that.
involved. I feel
Like
like
two
there's
plays.
a
Oh my
lot of
God.
potential in
Yeah.
him. Not saying he's anything near Neighbors' potential for sure, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with him working on it and
Yeah.
working with players like Dart and Wilson to get to that level. Because we're gonna need players like that. Because what
Yeah.
what happens when we get to the if when we get to the playoffs, we get double coverage on Neighbors, and then let's say Bo is out, then
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What's our next step? Someone like High needs to step up. Wanda Robinson. So seeing that made me feel pretty good that we have backup. 'Cause that's the biggest thing in
Mm.
sports. In quote unquote fantasy, we call it the handcuff, which we spoke about a
Yep.
couple
Yep.
years
Yep.
ago.
Handcuff.
Having the people after the stars, and like you mentioned, when I hate going back to Dart, but like Dart going into that crucial play. So if Wilson is out, will Dart step up?
Hmm.
So like if Neighbors is out, will Jalen Hyatt and them step up?
I don't know
So
if Jalen Hyatt will fill in the shoes of Neighbors.
no one
His skill
can. I
set's
mean,
totally different.
Malik Neighbors is one of the one, right? We
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
know
Yeah.
this. We have one of the
But I think
best.
Hyatt has like a very important role
Yeah.
in the deep.
His ceiling is high, right? I mean,
Yeah.
he's young, he has time,
Yeah.
so that's
What did you think about his route running? I wasn't a large sample size, but did you take a look?
I was really confused why we only saw a couple plays from Jalen Hyatt. I would have
Yeah.
had kept him in there for the rest of the game,
for
regardless of
sure.
who was
So
at
I
They
wanted to
quarterback.
should
see more
have.
of it.
They
You
should
wanted to
have.
see more of that. I totally
He
agree.
should. I
It was only
agree.
two
I
plays.
agree. And especially
But
because
that kind of tells me that we're gonna see a lot of Jalen Hyatt Thursday night
I sure
against the
hope so.
Patriots. I
oh,
think
you think
that's what's
so?
gonna happen.
That would be
Yeah. Oh
fun.
yeah.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
holding him back.
you don't want to show that, right? I don't
Oh
know. I
yeah,
hope.
yeah,
I hope. I mean, Russ and Hyatt seem to have a chemistry together, which
yeah.
I really like.
You know why? And a lot of people say Russ is like a fun guy to talk to. Like he's like mad, like he's like a really chill guy. And like I've been seeing a lot of reports about it, and I'm like, really, Russell Wilson? I think he was like a nonchalant type of dude, but I guess so.
And then, yeah, another guy that stood out to me, Marcus Bowe, and the reality is we didn't really hear his name get called. And that's kind of a
Yeah,
good thing when you're playing
yeah.
left tackle on
Hmm.
the offensive line. If your name is not getting called, if your side of the ball is quiet, that means you're doing something right, you
Hmm.
know? So for us to get offensive talent on the line in the fifth round, someone who can play left tackle or right tackle in case Andrew Thomas is out. Andrew Thomas has a lengthy injury history. He's going to miss games for sure.
Hmm.
He's going to start the year as starting, but he's going to miss some games this year. That's a
Yeah.
fact.
Yeah.
That's what his history says. But
It
for a
happens.
guy like
Yeah.
fifth rounder rookie to be able to show what he's been able to show in the preseason, that he's competent, that the stage isn't too much for him, like how many times did we see Evan Neal just panic and get put on his ass?
Yo,
Hmm.
how did he
That
do
guy's
this
a
game?
first round
I thought he
talent.
was good in this game. I didn't hear nothing about him either.
Oh,
Did
in
you?
this
Did I see
game,
it? I
I
might
don't
have
know.
missed it.
I peeped some film. Yo, what I saw was a guy that was scared to get his hands involved in the physical part of the game, get
Okay.
his hands on his dude, shove him
Yeah.
around, kind of be a physical brute force against the man in front of him. He
Is
just
that
seemed
something?
scared.
You think that's something that can be fixable?
Now at this
Obviously,
point,
like you think it's too late
I
for
mean,
him?
in my head, I'm like, yo, this guy played like 3 years in college. He was top 10 talent for a reason, right? Like every team was like, yo, this guy is like top 10 talent. This
Yeah.
is his fourth season in the league. How
Yeah.
did he just forget how to play football? You know? Like everyone knows football is a physical sport. How do you just
Yeah.
forget
How do
how
you
to put
freak?
your hands on a dude and mangle him? Like,
gentle giant, bro. That's what he is.
Not to stray away from your point, but since we're talking about manhandling and stuff, can we talk a little about defense? My boy Burns,
Yo,
you
man,
know.
I'll say this. I haven't
Sorry to stray
seen.
away from
No,
your
no, 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 no.
comment
I
about
want to talk about
nah,
that.
you're
I
good.
haven't. So I was like looking through the highlights. I was like kind of skipping around the YouTube video while I was looking at it.
yeah,
Yo, we had possession the entire game.
yeah.
Like I felt like the entire time I was
Oh, I
looking through,
mean,
we had possession.
who's on the Jets offense?
Oh, yeah.
Justin Fields.
Justin Fields?
Did he play? All right. Oh, at the first one?
Boo,
Oh,
The
did he
first.
play? Yeah, bro, he was
boo,
booty.
boo.
He was booty, dude. He was
Tell him to go back to
ass.
the hospital with his toe injury.
Damn, I thought
This
Justin
this
Fields.
is the worst that I've seen Justin
Um,
Fields, honestly.
Kid has potential though. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm not gonna sit here and say he's
yeah,
garbage.
I'm not here.
But
It's not a. I'm not talking shit about.
yeah, and then we don't want no karma, right? We don't
Yeah,
want
yeah,
them to
yeah,
come
yeah.
back
I'm not
and
talking shit about no
400-yard
but
game against us. So
but I don't know.
And
But
I
the
get
Jets O line is good. The Jets O line has, I think, three first rounders and one second rounder
But
on
you
the
know, our just
line.
defense is just better with
Our defense is
Burns,
definitely better.
Thibodeau, and now Abdul
And our edge
Carter,
players are winning.
Carter.
I will say,
Oh
Not that
God,
clip.
the forward scary,
Oh.
bro.
But
Three for them. Three big names taking care of business. I'd be scared if I saw Abdul Carter running towards me. And then if he can't get to me, Burns gets to me, bro, I'm scared.
it's a scary defense.
you
Yeah.
might let him.
Like, just please, please, please. I just want to put fear in the heart of these QBs. I feel we've been down too much. I think, to like cap this off, I want to say like I want to put some fear in the heart of the league.
Yeah, but I wanna ask you guys, going back to that conversation about who's gonna be quarterback two, is it gonna be Jackson Dart? I thought this whole time Dart's gonna be QB3. If Russ is out, we're gonna put Jameis Winston in. There's no reason to put a rookie in so early into the season.
Mhm.
But what do you guys want to see from Jackson Dart on Thursday night against the Patriots that's gonna help solidify him as QB2 for you guys?
Thursday is a preseason game?
Yeah, we're not in regular season yet.
Okay, Thursday is a preseason
Yeah.
game.
I'll say
I don't care what he. I'll say this. Like you could take it. You can have your take, but like I don't care what he does. I don't care if he throws 5 touchdowns. I think he needs time. I don't think we should throw him off right away when he doesn't need to be.
Nah,
He
I
could
bit
still
off.
develop,
Okay.
right? I think it should be this year if possible. If he
We're
shows
talking about
the right things.
QB2. We're talking
Oh,
about
you're talking about just
QB2.
QB2?
Yeah.
Ah, he's
QB2,
already
yeah.
QB. He's QB2. He's QB2. Keep James on third. Like it's fine. Like he's QB2.
Uh,
That's not a debate. I thought you were talking about QB1. Like
No, no, no. We're talking about QB2 right now. Like what do you want to
QB2.
see from him?
I think he's already QB2. I think he's done enough.
there's
I
nothing else to prove for
I
you.
don't think he has nothing else to do. I think James is still nice, but I think he deserves QB2. I think that's the pressure that you should put him as like a coaching standpoint. Like
Mhm.
put him as QB2.
I guess to say one more thing before you go. I think I have a hot take every time. So I'm the
Let's
new
hear
trend.
it.
The new trend we're gonna do, boys. I'm gonna have a hot take before we close it off every night. Um, I think he's working his way to be QB1. So I think before we know it,
You're bugging, dude. You're
he's gonna be
bugging.
QB1. Jackson Dart's gonna be my QB1. And this is what the seeing. I know Wilson is nice. I know the things he's done in the league. I think age plays a matter sometimes. I think just consistency and stuff. And I think Dart has taken that role of like, I'm in New York. I have a big fan base. I have a big city around me. He's for the people. The boys love him. Like they have handshakes with everyone already. Like, and I think that's a big. I think that chemistry shit is important. Like being a sports fan, like you could be as good as you want, but if you have no chemistry with your teammates, you're gonna get shit done. So that's my hot take for the
I'd
night.
feel just from like a staffing standpoint, like I'd feel more comfortable having Jameis behind Dart if anything happened to Dart.
Yeah,
That feels more
that's
safer.
for
Like
sure.
like if Dart happens at the end, like say like two QBs go down and it's Dart,
I'm not worried.
like I'm not worried, but it's still I'd rather have like that backup. I'd rather see throw Dart into it earlier and have Jameis just in case. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Mr. Nice Guy.
It feels safer. It feels safer.
I will say I don't think your take is like too hot of a take. I see what you're
You know what?
saying.
We need a meter from now on. We have a meter, Sean,
The
from
how
one to
hot,
10.
the
Of
how
how
hot
hot?
For
meter.
sure.
How do you feel about
Let's
that?
How
have
hot are
that.
we?
I'll let
I
Yeah,
that
fuck
in.
with it. I fuck with
yeah.
it. On the hot meter, I give that like a 5 out of 10. A hot
Oh wow,
take.
that's actually not that hot.
A
Not bad.
five out
Wow.
of 10 hot take.
Like
Yeah,
you're
because
that means you're in the middle about it.
let me hit you. Let me hit you with what I got. Dart hasn't shown us anything that would deter us from making him QB1. I haven't seen anything like that. Like, oh, he's
Yeah.
made this mistake when he shouldn't have, right?
Mhm.
Now, what I will say is what's going to make him quarterback one is if he's able to read an NFL defense. And up to
Yes.
this
Yeah.
point, he hasn't been in that position where he has to read an NFL defense. These
Yeah.
defenses that we've seen from the
Mhm.
Bills and the Jets, very basic, very vanilla, nothing
Yeah.
crazy. The O line hasn't really had to switch up their protections. Dart has to be in charge of the protections of the O line. Dart has to be in charge of the routes that the receivers are running, and Dart has to be in charge of like, yo, the what is the defense showing me pre-snap, and what is the defense going to show me post-snap, and how is that going to alter my decision making to where I'm going to go with the ball.
Yeah.
And
Uh,
so, what I will say is, if Dart continues his progression and he continues to show his consistency he's shown the last two games, with this third game, then I will say I'm going to be comfortable Dart being like QB1 status by week 8, week 9.
okay. That's
Yeah,
By
fair. That's
week
what I'm
I think
eight,
that's a
saying.
week
great
nine,
take.
if the Giants aren't really in playoff contention, I want to get Dart in there.
Let him get
Yes,
that play,
agreed.
that feel. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah. I think one thing I will say too, and I think you mentioned this too. I feel good knowing that Dart's my backup QB as of right now.
absolutely.
Like that's a
Yeah,
great backup QB because I hate talking about other teams, but it's important, especially when we're comparing teams. Like the Dolphins, they when Tua went out, they had nobody. Like Huntley, what the
yeah,
hell
yeah,
did he
yeah. That
do?
was
He didn't do
bad.
anything.
Yeah, I mean, dude, our
That team fell
QB
apart.
team fell
Yeah,
apart.
Tua
I'm
Tua
not
kind
worried
of
about
sucks
that.
himself. So
That's what I'm saying. Tua's,
Yeah,
he's not the best QB out there,
yeah,
but he did a lot for his team. Like they were a playoff team, and then they became one of the lower seed
yeah, yeah,
teams.
yeah.
You had Tyreek, one of the best receivers in the game, that didn't do shit.
Couldn't do anything. Yeah, I
So
mean, the same thing with like last year, like when
yeah,
DJ or the year before, like
yeah.
when DJ got hurt, we had Tyrod Taylor, and it
Like
was
things that
okay.
even
And
worse than horse.
it was Tyrod Taylor wasn't terrible, but it was like, you know what I mean?
It
Like
gets
I'm not gonna
yeah,
go to the playoffs with this. And
yeah.
then Tommy DeVito, like it was fun,
But
but
it
like
was
it wasn't
I
like
liked I liked Tyrod. I thought Tyrod was good.
no, Tyrod's
I
good,
thought
but
he
I
was a
didn't see
solid QB.
like
there's no future.
there's no future in that. You
Yeah,
know what I
there's
mean?
no
Like
future in
here
that.
it's like we have backups on
We have
backups.
future on future.
Future on future. You know what I mean? Like we're not one injury away from losing it all,
Yeah.
is what I'm
Right,
saying.
right,
There's some
right, right.
safety
We
We
net.
got
have a
the
lot of
savior.
The
talent in
save.
the quarterback room.
Yeah.
You guys heard it here first. I'm gonna get a Giants tattoo right here if we win the Super Bowl this year.
Savior
And then
right
we'll
here.
put savior
Savior
and
right
then
here.
dart
Yeah.
number.
All
You
right.
guys heard it here first. And then we're
Yeah.
gonna cap off right
Yeah.
there.
All right, that's a good
That's
place
what's
to end
up.
it.
Y'all heard it here first. Welcome and thanks for tuning in for the Young Giants podcast. My name's Sean. I'm here with my boys Tan and Mahatab. We'll catch you guys after the Giants take on the Patriots
The
this Thursday
Giants.
night in the
The
final
G
preseason game.
Giants. Peace.
Peace.